Alright guys, we are back for more of my 2026 Easter special. We just played some Splatoon 2 for the Nintendo Switch, and that was a whole lot of fun. And before we get started with our next segment, I did pick up a special guest during the break, and that is Mark Liotta.
Who definitely has something exciting to share with Daniel's audience.
Well, we'll get to that in just a moment right here, but anyways, for our next segment, we are going to be playing Jeopardy for the Nintendo Switch, so let's jump right into it. And while we are getting this game loaded up, go ahead and tell the fans out there the exciting news you want to mention, Mark.
Alright, so about a week and a half ago, the episode of Price is Right Canada that I taped finally aired, and they already went over this and on his channel we did After Dark last weekend, but now I get to this for Daniel's audience, and I do actually get to go into more details about this now because the episode has aired. So, yeah, I played one away for a car, but unfortunately I did not win the car.
That's a little bit disappointing out there, but it's still nice that you were on Price is Right Canada very recently for yourself.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, I'm not really that bad that I didn't win the car since I don't even drive anyway. But here's the more heartbreaking part.
Let's welcome today's contestants.
And unlike on the US show, here, we ended up spinning in order, but in order to play our pricing games. And since I was the third one on stage, that meant I was the third to speak.
Let's start the Jeopardy round with the following categories: college towns, debut albums,
or in our case up here, the movie.
Oh, interesting.
I'm so hot.
Oh, but you'll find this
Hockey
even more
history.
interesting, Daniel. And I'll tell you why. Because on the episode of that they aired this past week, they played one away again.
Player 1,
Now,
please select a
unlike my
category.
play where I had 3 numbers right on the first try, this guy that played it this time had no numbers right on the first try.
What?
Yeah. Now that's something you don't see very often.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting right here.
Now I've watched a lot of Prices Right to know. One of the Prices Right to know that in that game, if you don't get a single number correct on the first try, the game is over. For some weird reason, they let it go again, and basically all he had to do was change all the numbers and boom, he wins a car.
Yeah, that really is pretty interesting right here.
Yeah,
But
like that I don't really agree with, but hey, you do you, Prices Right Canada, I guess.
yeah, alright, well anyways, with that being said right here, let's actually go ahead and get into the game right now. And I am the one that randomly got chosen who gets to go first. So Jennifer and Susan are my opponents this game. And basically, for the categories here in the Jeopardy round, we have college towns, debut albums, Your Eye, Hallelujah, I'm So Hot, and hockey history. Do you have a category in mind right here of where we should go to first?
I guess whatever category you feel would be the easiest.
Alright, doesn't really matter. Well, because one of our categories right here is hockey history, and I know you are a fan of hockey, why don't we start there first? So we'll go to hockey history for 200. Starting in 2005, regular season games still tied after a 5-minute overtime were decided by one of these. I certainly should know this. What is a shootout?
Yep.
Exactly.
Alright, hockey history for 400. The Vanessa Trophy given to players in this position was first awarded in 1927.
Goaltender.
Alright, marks as a goaltender. Well, actually, the closest one is goalie, so we'll go with that.
That's
It's more
correct.
or less the same thing.
Yeah, and that is right. Alright, hockey history for 600. In 2000, the NHL expanded to 30 teams, adding the Minnesota Wild and the Blue Jackets of this Ohio city. I know this one. What is Columbus?
Yeah, Columbus.
You are right.
Hockey history for 800.
Of course, now they have the Vegas Golden Knights and the Seattle Kraken.
The Air Canada Centre opened on February 20th, 1999 with the 639th game between the Maple Leafs and these longtime rivals.
The Montreal Canadiens.
We are too late in buzzing in, but let's see what Jennifer says. The Edmonton Oilers. Okay, that's not it right here, so luckily we still have a shot. Alright, so you said the Montreal Canadiens?
Yes.
And that is right. Alright, hockey history for 1,000. The first pro hockey team in the US were the Robots of this Northwest city. What does Susan say? Portland?
You are.
And that is right.
Okay.
Player 3, it's your turn to choose.
Alright,
a
debut
category.
albums for 1,000. The Way It was the first single from her 2013 album, Yours Truly. I do know this one here. Who is Ariana Grande?
Well done.
Alright, let's do debut albums for 200.
Which category would you like?
2006 is It's About Time. The debut of these brothers didn't do so well, but thanks to the Disney Channel, their second album was huge. Who are the Jonas Brothers?
Indeed.
That's right! Debut albums for 400. His 2014 album, In the Lonely Hour, featured the worldwide smash Stay With Me. I know this since I have listened to the song several times. Who is Sam Smith?
Precisely.
Debut albums for 600. This group's License to Ill was the first hip-hop album to hit #1. Jennifer. She says the Beastie Boys, and she got it.
Player 2, pick a category.
Debut albums for 800. 2009, Sign No More was this London-based band's full-length debut. Susan says the Lumineers, and that's not it. Okay, we got a 50-50 shot at this. Alright, it's either Fleet Foxes or Mumford & Sons. I think it's Mumford & Sons.
Yes.
And that is right!
Player 1.
Okay, I'm so hot for 200. There's a yearly festival for this pancake chicken dish in the western New York City that gave the dish its name. Alright, Susan's gonna say Buffalo Wings, and that's right.
Player 3, please select a category.
Hallelujah for 600. Hank Aaron, Bobby Jones, and Ted Turner are members of this U.S. State Sports Hall of Fame. Susan? She says Tennessee.
No, it's
No? Alright. We're down to Alabama or Georgia. What do you think?
Georgia, I don't know.
Alright, let's try that.
Exactly.
And that is right!
Okay.
Alright, let's go to Hallelujah for 200. In 2017, David Bowie's Changes in Prince's Sign of the Times were inducted into this Entertainment Awards Hall of Fame. Susan? She says the Emmy Hall of Fame, and that is not correct. Okay, what is the Grammy Hall of Fame?
You are right.
I got it! Alright, hallelujah for 400. The Mars Pathfinder, Sojo Rover, the Rumba, and R2-D2 have been inducted into the Hall of Fame for these. Jennifer? She's gonna say motor vehicles, and that is not correct. What are robots?
Well done.
Got it! Alright, hallelujah for 800. Car Talk, Fresh Air, and All Things Considered are programs in this National Hall of Fame. Susan. She says radio, and she got it. That puts her out of the hall.
Player 3, pick a
Hallelujah for
category.
1,000. Stephen F. Austin, John H. Rogers, and John Coffey Hayes are Lone Star lawmen in this group's Hall of Fame. What does Jennifer say? The Texas Marshals, and that's not it. What are the Texas Rangers?
Well done.
Oh, I got it! That was a lucky guess!
Player 1.
Alright, I'm so hot for 400. In this language, Fra Devalo means brother devil. You'll know why when you eat it. Susan. She says Italian,
Indeed.
and that is right.
Player 3, it's your turn to
Your
choose
eye
a
for
category.
600, and there's the Daily Double.
How much would you like to wager?
These shapely cells in the retina are responsible for color vision. Susan's going to say the rods.
No.
I did not think so. And she lost 400 out of that. It was cones that was the correct response. Your eye for 400. Don't laugh, but behind the cornea is a chamber filled with a clear fluid called the aqueous this. Jennifer. She says humor,
That's correct.
and she got it.
Player 2, which
Your eye for
category?
800. This vitamin is necessary for the production of visual purple. A deficiency of it leads to night blindness. Jennifer. She says vitamin A,
Indeed.
and she got it. Your eye for 1,000. These tear glands wash foreign bodies out of the eye. Susan. She says the lacrymal glands, and she's right.
Player 3, it's
Your
your
eye
turn
for
to choose a
200.
category.
Listen up, students. The amount of light entering the eye is controlled by this dilating and contracting part. What is the pupil?
That's
Got it! Alright, let's go to I'm So Hot for 600. The name of this salsa means beak of the rooster. Jennifer. She says the Paco
That's
di
right.
Gallo, and that's right. Alright, so she's out of the hall.
Pick a category.
College Towns for 600. This city is home to the main campus of the University of Colorado. Let's see what Jennifer says. Boulder,
That's it.
and she's right. College towns for 400. The main campus of the University of Florida is in this city. What is Miami?
Wrong.
Oh, that was wrong. What does Susan say? Gainesville?
You are correct.
And that was what we needed.
Player 3, please select
College
a
towns for
category.
1,000. This U.S. city is home to the Citadel's main campus. Susan? She says Riley, and that is not right. What is Charleston?
You are right.
Alright, I picked the right one!
Player 1.
College towns for 200.
Category.
In 1916, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology moved from Boston to this city. What is Cambridge?
Yes.
And that's right! College towns for 800. Pepperdine University's main campus is in this U.S. city. Alright, let's see what Jennifer says. Malibu?
Yes.
And that's right.
Player 2. Which
I'm so hot for
category?
1,000. Though it bears the name of a state in Mexico, this pepper sauce was invented in Louisiana. I'm gonna try this, and I'm gonna say it was Tabasco.
That's
And good thing I went for it, because that is right. Last clue.
Last clue.
This Chinese region has a spicy rep because of its use of the native Fargura peppercorn. Susan? She says Saskatchewan, and that's right. Alright, so that's the end of the Jeopardy round, and we are in the lead with $8,600 at the moment. Let's see what the categories are now in Double Jeopardy.
For the Double Jeopardy round, the categories are numbers,
songs you can see,
people from
Pennsylvania, landmarks by state,
the Supremes, playing crazy,
and playing crazy. Alright, Jennifer and Susan are actually tied for second, but Jennifer is making the first selection. And right off the bat, she found one of the two daily doubles. The Arabian Peninsula is the second largest in Europe. This northern one is the largest. Alright, Jennifer's going to say Iceland, and that is not it. She lost $450 on that. And it was Scandinavian, that was the correct response. Alright, going to the Supremes for 2,000 now. The highest waterfall in the world at 3,212 feet. It's in eastern Venezuela. Susan says Victoria Falls, and that is not it. What is Angel Falls?
That's it.
I got it!
Player 1.
Okay, let's go to the Supremes for 400. It's the largest lake in Utah. What is the Great Salt Lake?
You are right.
Yeah, that was a very easy one. The Supremes for 800. The largest democracy in the world by population is this nation of 1.2 billion. Susan. She says India.
Yes.
And that's right.
Player 3. Which category?
Playing crazy for 1,600. This long-range bomber that first flew in 1954 also saw action in Iraq in the 21st century. Jennifer says The B-52,
That's right.
and that's right.
Player 2, it's your turn to choose a category.
Songs you can see for
Look at the
1200.
following image.
Panorama and The Shocking Blue both went to number 1 by going to outer space with this song. What is Venus?
That's correct.
I certainly did know that one since I have listened to it a good amount of times. Alright, songs you can see for 400.
Let's watch this short video.
All this singer wanted was to break your walls when she came in like the object seen here. Who is Miley Cyrus?
Indeed.
Alright. Songs you can see for 800.
Observe the following image.
With a duo known as Dawn, this Tony sang about the object seen here. Who is Tony Orlando?
Exactly.
Got it! Songs you can see for 1600.
Look at the following image.
In the title of a 2015 song by DNCE, the object seen here was by this body of water. What is the ocean?
That's correct.
Alright, songs you can see for 2000.
Observe the following image.
It's the Imagine Dragons song that could be represented by the symbol seen here. What is radioactive?
Exactly.
Alright! So just like that, we ran the category and we're up to $17,000. The Supremes for 1600. It's the longest river in Asia. Jennifer? She says yellow.
Sorry,
The yellow. Oh, that is not right. What is the Yangtze?
Precisely.
I got it! Alright, let's do Plane Crazy for 400. Built by British and French manufacturers, this was the first supersonic passenger plane. Susan. She's gonna say the box
Sadly,
scar, and that
that's
is not it. What is the Concorde?
That's right.
And I picked the right one! Alright, Plane Crazy for 800. This first commercial jumbo jet began service in 1970 and could carry more than 400 passengers. Jennifer. She says the Boeing 747, and that's right.
Player 2, it's your turn to choose a
Landmarks by
category.
state for 1200. Zion National Park, Monument Valley. Let's see what Jennifer says. Utah,
Correct.
and she got it. Alright, landmarks by state for 2000. Delta Blues Museum, Natchez Trace Parkway. Jennifer, she says Mississippi, and she got that one right. Landmarks by state for 1600. Greenfield Village, Kellogg Bird Sanctuary. What is Michigan?
Precisely.
And that's right!
Player 1.
Alright, landmarks by state for 400. Beale Street, Graceland. Susan. She says Virginia,
Sorry,
and that's not right. What is Tennessee?
Yes.
And I picked the right one! Alright, landmarks by state for 800. Mammoth Cave National Park, Churchill Downs. What is Kentucky?
You are right.
Yeah, I certainly knew that one. Alright, Plane Crazy for 1200. Built in 59 days and officially known as the Rock NYP, it made its first flight on April 28, 1927. Susan? She says the Spirit of St. Louis, and that's right.
Player 3. It's your
Plane
turn.
Crazy for 2000.
Watch this.
Flaps are on the inside of a wing, while these hinge sections control the balance from side to side. Raising and lowering them enable turns. Jennifer. She says Alvarez, and she got that one right.
Player 2. Which category?
Numbers for 800. Racing tires need to be both sticky and strong because the rubber approaches this temperature Fahrenheit, the boiling point of water. What is 312 degrees?
That's not.
Ah, that was wrong. But that's okay. We still have a strong lead. Alright, what does Susan say? 212 degrees, and that was what we needed.
Player 3. Please.
Numbers for 1200. A nursery rhyme says, sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye, this many blackbirds baked in a pie. Susan? She says 4 and 20, and that's right. Numbers for 2000. The Screaming Eagles are this number airborne division. Jennifer. She says 111, and that's not right. Alright, let's give this a shot here. What is the 101st?
You are right.
Alright! I picked the right one! Numbers for 400. The Arabian Nights are tales from this number of nights. What is 99?
Sorry.
No. But it's just only $400 that we lost, so can't complain too much about that. Let's see what Jennifer says. 1001, and that was what we needed.
Player 2.
Numbers for 1600.
Look at the following image.
It's the time signature of the music shown here. Jennifer. She says 2/4, and that's right. Alright, so only one category is left. Alright, people from Pennsylvania for 800. A sweater worn by this TV host who had his own neighborhood for kids on PBS was displayed at the Smithsonian.
Fred Rogers.
Or Mr. Rogers, right here. Yep, you are right on that. Thank you, Mark.
Player 1.
Alright, people from Pennsylvania for 400. As a teen in Philly, this Suicide Squad star began rapping under the name The Fresh Prince.
Will Smith.
Yes.
And that is right! Thank you again, Mark! Alright, people from Pennsylvania for 1200. This Birdman star was born with the name Michael Douglas, so he uses the stage name to avoid confusion. Jennifer? She says Michael Keaton, and she got that one right.
Player 2. Please select
People
a
from
category.
Pennsylvania for 2000. This Vice President of the U.S. was born in Scranton, Pennsylvania in 1942. Susan. She says Joe Biden.
You are right.
And that is right. So it looks like the last clue is going to be for Susan because it is the other Daily Double.
How much would you like to wager?
This man, not Willy Wonka, built a chocolate factory in a Pennsylvania town that was renamed for him. Alright, Susan's going to say Milton Hershey, and that is right. Alright, that's the end of Double Jeopardy, and we have a very big lead with $23,800. So we should be able to secure a win right here. But let's head into Final Jeopardy, and the category is 21st Century Oscar winners. Okay, I'm gonna try 5,000. She's the only performer to win an Oscar for playing a real-life Oscar winner. It's either Cate Blanchett, Gwyneth Paltrow, or Natalie Portman. Who do you think it is, Mark?
I'm actually not too sure.
I'll just take a guess on it and then say who is Natalie Portman. I'm not sure. Alright, Susan said Gwyneth Paltrow. Okay, that's not right. She lost 28-30 on that. Jennifer said Cate Blanchett. That was the right one. So we unfortunately got that one wrong. As I said, Natalie Portman.
No, that's incorrect.
But it doesn't matter, because we're still going to win the game with $18,800.
Here are the final placements. Our champion today is...
So yeah, I do say that was a very good game that we played, and that's a very nice amount of money that we were able to win right here in this segment. I will certainly take that. But anyways, that is going to do it for Jeopardy for the Nintendo Switch as part of my 2026 Easter special. But we still have some more games to play, and I will see you all for the next segment right after this, so stay tuned.